Well, hey there. Welcome in tonight. Happy Sunday, and welcome to another Drumsticks After Dark. Uh, Welcome. I have taken the last couple of weeks off, and I wanted to, been wanting to come back here for since the last couple of Sundays. I had some things going on, so I rescheduled a couple times. So I've been looking forward to this stream for the last two. It's been 2 weeks. Um, hey, Mark. Hey, and hello, Tina. Welcome in. All right, have fun with your taxes, Mark. And welcome in, Tina and Chuck, who can't type. Thank you for the reminder. Earlier, I had asked Tina to um, remind me about an hour ago to remind me that I was streaming at 10:30, and so she did, and her friend Ziggy. So thank you, Tina and Ziggy, for reminding me. Ziggy is a version of um, the Google lady. Oh.
Here's a result from the web.
Oh, come on. I triggered her. And hello, Jennifer. Oh, you're heading home from home. I cannot talk. Heading home from Disney. Safe travels, and I'm glad I can keep you company. Keep me company. I'm glad we can keep each other company. I was actually the Tina. That was the GOOGLE lady that I apparently triggered, not actually saying okay, boop. So she triggered just by. Oh, okay. So anyway, that lady, I triggered her just anyway. And hi, lady in the computer that I triggered. Thank you for, Anyway, hope you all having a great night. I was busy, as I mentioned, I was busy this afternoon doing some things, some laundry. I did some cleaning up, some organizing here in my room. You can't see it on stream, but I've done some things on the desk and in my closet, and um, getting ready to actually move bedrooms down the hall a couple doors. So my streams might look a little different at some point in the near future. But anyway, got a few things on the agenda actually. Um, I actually went to Disney a few weeks ago, back in, it was on March the 29th. So it's already been, what, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks since I went to Disney. And so I actually forgot to put my photos up into the little presentation that I have tonight. So let me find those. I just share. I did stream when I went there. I have a couple of streams up on the channel from way back then that I did. I was in Animal Kingdom, and then I was in Epcot that day. And it was a very I had a very enjoyable day, very long, very, it was actually nice weather that day, so it wasn't terribly hot, except for a little bit in the afternoon, and then it cooled right off actually at in the evening. But so I'll hold up my tablet here to show some pictures, just a few shots. There I am in front of Animal Kingdom. There we go. Doing the old thumbsy up. Find out the Animal Kingdom sign. I made sure to get some shots. I'll show you this one. Oh, actually, this one looks better. Okay. So I made sure to get pictures of the 50th statues because I found out after there and then that they were actually keeping the statues, but I thought they might be going away. But I took pictures of the statues anyway, and I did get this shot because this will be going away. One of the 50th, the world's most magical celebration banner there in front of the Tree of Life. Got that shot. And then here was another similar shot that I got. Let me move my microphone. Here we go. All right, so here we go. There's that one. And I got 50th banner in front of the Tree of Life. I also took just the Tree of Life. Very great picture. I don't have a lot of pictures of the Tree of Life, so you may see that in the in a thumbnail coming up. I did not buy any pins. I generally, when I go to Disney, my standard souvenir has been just to pick up a pin or two. But I recently renewed my pass, so I had spent a bunch of money. So rather than buying pins, I took some pictures of some pins that I saw that were cute, and I might get them in the future if I see them again. This is one of those. This is in one of the shops there at the, as you go into Animal Kingdom. As you're approaching the tree, they've got the two shops there. This is one of the pins that I saw. Winnie the Pooh, Christopher Robin. This pin was also very cute. Christopher Robin and all the gang there in the umbrella. The rain came down. Rushing river. My tablet will cooperate. And this pin also. I just actually got a Peter Pan pin. This one is him flying with Tink there. Tinkerbell over Neverland with the pirate ship over there on the left. Oops. So I also, this is kind of cute. I'm not sure about actually buying this one, but I think it's got a great design. It's Alice in Wonder, or no, that's Wendy. Wendy and the Lost Boys, right there. Oh, it's kind of, and the Captain Hook there. You can see Captain Hook. And let's see, is Peter Pan in here? I don't see Peter Pan in here. But anyway, here is Thumper with a butterfly, and it says social butterfly. Very cute. I may have to actually get that one. Let me clear. I've got a notification. Need to clear. Yeah, there's a lot of detail in that one. But anyway, yeah, Thumper. I've been reading some bunny stories with Thumper the last month or so on the stream. Actually, this past Thursday was bunny stories. What else? I got several more. This is cute. This is Grogu. It's got do the magic hand thing, which is funny. Very cute. And this is a character I don't have any of. This stood out to me because it's Hercules and it's got go the distance on there. And I've had on the on my Tuesday stream when I did it, I had the segment go the distance where I would highlight a bathroom in Walt Disney World. That's why that stood out to me. But let's see this one. Okay. And here's the last one that I found that I saw that I liked. I saw a bunch that I liked, but I didn't take pictures of all of them. Here is this one. It's another Grogu one. It's called Child at Play. It's a little triangle. Looks kind of like the sign you might put up in your yard or on the very important information. Yes, Tina. So anyway, I looked at those. The shops right when I got to Animal Kingdom, and very smartly, it was first thing in the day, early in the day, and so there weren't people in the shops actually, not a ton of people. So it was very more relaxing, looking around at all of the stuff that I would not buy, but it was still there weren't people in there, so it was nice. Next, I went over and enjoyed this show, Finding Nemo, The Big Blue and Beyond. That was a fun show. I tried recording it to put a video up here on the channel, but to my dismay, my phone camera does not do very well with like low light and the lighting in the theater, and so it was all washed out, and so the sound would have been okay, but you wouldn't have seen anything on stage, and so it wouldn't have been a great stream. So I anyway, I did that show, and then I headed over. Trying to think where I started my stream over in. Anyway, if you were watching the stream, you would see where I started the stream over. Oh, it was along the river. It was along the river over near the trying to think exactly where. It's near the where they have the bird show, so it was kind of across from there. started the stream. Soon after starting the stream, we saw Kevin from Up, and so we went and we followed him a little bit. Saw Kevin, and we walked around the park, checking out scenery. There were the flotillas. I think that's Asia. Do I have a map? Let's see. I did not. Anyway, it was around there. You could see across the river was the tree, so it was not too far away from the tree. But anyway, it was a very good stream. It was. We saw some flotillas, several flotillas. I ended up going over to Pandora. Kind of passed through there, kind of quickly. We did see the 50th flotilla with Mickey and Minnie. They came through while I was live. We saw the band. I forget what they call themselves, but the band, the drummers, that playing, coming along on the flotilla. Who else? Doug and Russell from Up came through on their flotilla, and I think was all I remember. It's all on the live stream. So I'm going to go back and check out that live stream. We went through Pandora, then we ended up back near the tree. I think I caught most of the bird show, the Winged Encounters show, which I also got a video of earlier in the day. So I've put that video up on the channel already. But I did get a show on the stream, and then right after that, I ended the stream. I went to grab a bite of lunch from. Oh Lord, what's the name? Anyway, it was pizza. They have pizza. You get a little Caesar salad with it. So I ate there. It was that was the warm part of the afternoon where I actually needed some air conditioning. So I sat down. There was air conditioning inside. There was a good amount of people in the restaurant. Oh, Restaurantosaurus. That's what it was. Restaurantosaurus. Mainly it's a lot of pizza and salad on the menu. So I got a little, I think it was just pepperoni pizza, and it came with a little Caesar salad. Got a bottle of water. Enjoyed a nice lunch in the air conditioning. And then I headed out and I hopped over to Epcot. Before I headed out, though, I did get a couple more pictures. Oops, hold on. Here we go. Another picture. I think this is the one I posted. You might remember seeing that on Instagram. And then speaking of Bambi and Thumper, there we go. There's the other statue. It was right there in the front. And then this is another shot of them, not quite as zoomed in, but you get to see the tree in that shot. And so, yeah, very cute, very, very cute. Thumper and Bambi with the butterfly. Oh, I think I showed, this is some Simba. Got some better shots as I was leaving, just because there were less people around, and I could concentrate long enough to get better photos. What else? I'll show you this angle. This is a little better angle. We've got Timon and Pumbaa there. There's the 50th down there, 50 statue. So, and there's another 50th banner shot with the tree there. Good shots with the 50th banner. This is another 50th banner that I saw going out to the parking lot. And it's got some different coloring there. So anyway, I was leaving and I came over to Epcot. So here is, they are doing the Flower and Garden Festival. I'll show you this one. I'll show you this picture in the front. Pretty flowers there. And then a little different angle of the butterfly there with the flowers and spaceship Earth in the background. That is a very good question, Tina. I don't know. I guess we will just wait and see. Actually, I know Jennifer was at Disney, Magic Kingdom and Epcot. If you're still here, Jennifer, did you notice if the statues still had the little 50th on the front of them, or have they just left them completely as is? But the shots of the banners at Epcot were not that plentiful, but I did get this one here. 50th banner there with the spaceship Earth in the background. The kind of how they have the curb there with the plants is a little tough to get the shot, so it wasn't quite as close up of the banner as I would have liked. But anyway, here's another shot. Didn't notice. Okay, there's still, yeah. I think they're working on taking. I don't know how ambitious or how quickly they're going to be doing it, but they are starting to work on taking all the stuff off the castle, and hopefully the 50th banners will come down. Here's a shot of Spaceship Earth here that I got. Hey, Nathan, welcome in. Welcome. Happy Sunday night. And so this shot, this is going through the Odyssey Center, or the Odyssey, passing through. This is on the window going throughout the doors. It's a nice stained glass piece right there with orange bird. And I just had to get a picture of that. And then I made my way around so I also streamed at Epcot. I'm trying to remember where I actually started. I started anyway. I made my way on the stream. I made my way around the World Showcase on the stream, at least one direction, and then I actually went all the way around the World Showcase. There are two streams because I had to end for a break in the middle, but I did on stream the streams. I did make it through the World Showcase, and actually went out to check out the topiaries. A couple of the topiaries that I didn't get the last time I was at Epcot. Then, so I went to make sure I get some, or the last two topiaries over by the Connections and over by Mission Space. There's Donald and Daisy are over near Connections, and Buzz Lightyear is over near Mission Space. So there's 2 shorter streams at Epcot, and then I made my way back around the World Showcase because they do this mean trick on me where they keep the turkey legs in just the one location way in the back at American Adventure. So I went back to the Fife and Drum Tavern and got myself a turkey leg. Here's the sign: turkey legs and popcorn. They also sell hot dogs. I'm zooming in on their menu here. They also sell, besides the turkey legs and popcorn, you can get a hot dog here, Mickey pretzel with cheese sauce. They have slushy. They have root beer float. They have ice cream in a cone. They have a treat called the American Dream, which I think is a fancy. I feel like I got it before. American Dream is kind of a fancy float or a fancy like slushy thing. I don't exactly remember, but then they've got also draft beer and specialty beverages. And then here's the picture you were all waiting for. Me and my turkey leg in my natural habitat holding a turkey leg. And then there's that. Another shot there. You can see the World Showcase in the background. And then this, actually, if you saw the thumbnail, this is the picture, the original picture that is on the back of the thumbnail of tonight's stream. A night shot of Spaceship Earth. And then there's kind of a up and down version of that. Very nice night shot of Spaceship Earth. It looks better on the actual picture. But if you've been there to Epcot at night, you know how awesome the light is. I did see Harmonious for one last time. And that's all the pictures I have. But I saw Harmonious one last time that night. I made the mistake of, well, it was a mistake to begin with, but it ended up being all right because where I ended up to watch Harmonious wasn't terrible. So what happened was I was going to watch the show from the back of World Showcase, and I actually had a pretty good spot in Japan. Was it Japan? Actually, it was between Japan and Morocco, where they very rudely actually did not have the belly dancers out while I was passing through both times. So I'm kind of disappointed, but anyway, I'm dealing with it. Anyway, I decided I would try to get to the front of the World Showcase and to watch it there. I was shocked at first, but then I really should not have, because there were so many more people in the front of the World Showcase. So I got a bright idea. Came back around the. Actually, I came around the Canada side to the front, and I ended up going back towards Mexico, and then that's when I realized, well, Dean, there's a lot of people here to see Harmonious. So then I got a bright idea. I actually went and watched. I ended up watching Harmonious from in front of the Odyssey. There's the little walkway on the outside of the Odyssey going around there, looking across the water. It actually is a really decent view for the show, except for the fact that they do have a line of trees, some trees on the other side, but I could hear fine. It wasn't that crowded. There were some other people watching from over there. Oh, you saw the belly dancers on Saturday. Was that on your stream, Jennifer? Because I was in and out, so it's probably a lot that I completely missed. But anyway, yeah, right on in front of the Odyssey Center is it's a great place to watch the show. It is. Okay, I'll have to check it out, your stream. 1 second. Okay. So anyway, and the benefit to watching, you do kind of lose the view, like I said, because there's some trees, but you get a decent enough view of like the fireworks that go off during the show. And now I know it's Epcot Forever, so it's going to be a different view. So I don't know how much of a view you'll get with Epcot Forever, but I know for Harmonious, it was a decent enough view. You could see enough, and it was actually very pretty looking across the little bit of water that was there. So anyway, oh, you danced with her, Jennifer. Okay, I'm really gonna have to check that out now. Yeah. So I hopefully I can get back to Epcot soon, and I do want to get back to Epcot before Flower and Garden, and I think I can get back there at least once before Flower and Garden ends. I need to get back to Hollywood Studios. I haven't really gone to Hollywood Studios a lot lately, especially since I've had my pass like the last year, over a year. I haven't really gone to Hollywood Studios a ton. It's really been Epcot, Animal Kingdom. There's a lot of Epcot because Epcot's my favorite park, and there's been quite a bit of Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, but not a ton of Hollywood Studios. So I'm going to have to rectify that situation. But after that, I headed out, and I was tired. I was sore. I had a big day walking that I'm not used to doing. I had walked all over Animal Kingdom, and then I ended up at the end of the day, I had made 2 passes around the World Showcase, and then even up into the front, and the back and forth. So I did take time to sit and rest, and but I still think I failed kind of to drink enough water. I drank water, but I think I really could have done even better with the water. But anyway, that was my Disney day. Very long, very enjoyable, very fun. Um, did I renew? Was that? No, I think it was might have been the visit before. Um, anyway, I'm trying to remember when I actually renewed my pass. I renewed it I was at the ticket counter, the ticket window at one of the parks. I'm trying to remember where. It might have been. Anyway, I'm renewed. I renewed my pass. So I'm good. So anyway, yeah, planning on getting down to Disney. Um, probably not before April ends. Um, but I'm looking at it. So anyway, I did kind of want to go over. This is some photos that I do have on here. I kind of wanted to. Oh, I should probably share the screen. I watched a video came out on Friday. The video came out from Mickey Views. Braden is the young man's name there that does the channel. And he normally doesn't do rumors, but he did one that he did make clear that it was a rumor, but because his sources are maybe a little more credible than some. He's got some very good connections for updates and things. So he did this video regarding Magic Kingdom and possible updates and changes that could be in the works, in the discussions that the Imagineers are looking at. Back in the D23 Expo, they did this part of the presentation. They did this. It seemed like a weird brainstorming session where they, kept talking about, okay, what if we did this? What if we did that? What if we, and they introduced this this seemingly random Beyond Big Thunder Mountain idea. And so it seemed really weird and it seemed like I had a lot of it seemed a little far-fetched. However, with this video from Mickey Views, kind of explores some plans that could possibly be in the works, and this is very possibly, it is more or less a rumor, but I want to show some screenshots from the stream or from his video that let's see. Do I remember how to do this? Okay, here we go. Drumsticks After Dark. There we are, folks. Drumsticks After Dark. Okay. I can't zoom in on that, but that's the thumbnail with that beautiful Epcot image. So basically what could be happening, first, this is a video that I did this week. This was a few weeks. This was back on would have been the 20th of March. I went to the Magic Kingdom and I actually, I saw Enchantment from the Polynesian. I also got a video of Disney's electrical water pageant. And so I put that up this week. So that's a video that very new on the channel. But anyway, here's the first kind of highlighting what could be going into near Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And of course, that Tiana's story happens in New Orleans. And so over in that section, with nothing done, you would have a kind of a Wild West theme with a Louisiana, New Orleans section, which would clash more than just a little bit. I can't lie. But here is, okay, here is the part that could be in the works. This part of it is maybe a little more likely. Each slide goes from a little more likely to even less likely. But it's all still, nothing has been confirmed. So what they would do is re-theme Frontierland, this part of Frontierland. Basically, Frontierland would go away. This blue section would be Liberty Square, which is pretty much how it is now. No, actually, Liberty Square kind of ends over at Diamond Horseshoe. So they would kind of break it off here where the two themings would go. And this would become a New Orleans section where Pecos Bills would potentially be probably the Tiana's Palace. They've put out concept art for Tiana's Palace. I don't remember if that was Disneyland or Disney World. But anyway, Country Bears would stay, according to this video. But how Braden described it is that the front wouldn't say Country Bears. It would be like some kind of a theater name, and then Country Bears would be like the show that's showing. But there is a possibility they would update Country Bears or do something, but it would still be the Country Bears. So that's kind of the first part of his video that he kind of explores. So yeah, so let me come back to the chat. Yes, so the Country Bears Jamboree. Yeah, it would make so much more sense, Tina, that this would be a New Orleans area. I don't think they should call it, a New Orleans square. It's not really a square, and they already have New Orleans Square in Disneyland, so that wouldn't work as a name. I'm thinking maybe like Bayou Boulevard or something, or I don't know, something on that line. But let me go to, so then the next thing would be that Big Thunder Mountain will be back here. If this happens, if New Orleans happens down here, Big Thunder Mountain is still going to have the Wild West-ish, theme to it. So where that Beyond Big Thunder Mountain comes in, and they announced this back at D23, is that they would expand back here over the train track or under it or wherever. And in Coco and in Encantoland are, section, and then they would have it be like a desert themed ish or south of the border type of a theme land. They'd have to figure out what makes sense, because Encanto doesn't exactly happen in the desert. Coco, not even so much, but kind of. But it would that they would kind of lump that in with Big Thunder Mountain, and that would kind of you know work there. So then the other part, let me come back to the brushland or something. I'm sure if this happens, this is it's not as likely, but it is a possibility, just because of the theming of Big Thunder Mountain. And they're not doing, that we know of, they're not doing anything with Big Thunder Mountain. And I think if something was happening to Big Thunder Mountain, they would have announced it by now. But this is Disney and nothing is sure. So the next part is over here between where you have the Haunted Mansion in Liberty Square, and then this section up here where this outer bend or far bend of the Liberty of the the river goes. That whole area is a possible expansion pad. So the one part that they talk about that is, and this is even more less of a possibility at this point, because they may want to make, what Braden says in this video is that they may want to connect walkways in the park with something else, other offerings up here. They may restructure the river or something, make it shorter in order to even make a little bit more space over here. But that's where the next slide comes in. Oops, wrong way. Sorry, I can't see chat if anyone's chatting. Hey Dave, welcome in. Happy Sunday. Okay, so then this is the last image I have to show. This could possibly be a thing. They have some kind of a pathway come like along the water and come back here and connect. The Haunted Mansion would kind of lead into a villain's land, and then it would connect to Encanto, the Encanto section back here. And then of course during the video, Braden does point out there have been some subtle updates to Tom Sawyer, like the rafts that go back and forth. They've taken off some of like the names of what they were called. So there's some subtle clues that could that Tom Sawyer Island could get some kind of a change. It might stay, it might not. There's really nothing in the pipeline for Tom Sawyer Island, but up here could potentially be a villain's land. I don't know that I'm less on board with the villain's land than I am of the Coco and Encanto section and the New Orleans theming. I think they could even, expand the Coco and Encanto a little more over here. And, still, I'm not sure what they would do. I do agree with the general idea that this area, even though Liberty Bell Riverboat is a favorite attraction of mine, and they would need to, it might just make sense for them to change the river around I do agree that they should probably try to put something over here, and have the pathways, just so you're not bottlenecking everyone in, because then this part by Big Thunder Mountain is going to be a major bottleneck. So yeah, I don't like the Villains Land. I think if they do anything with villains, I think they should look at. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think they should do something else. They've got plenty of. Let me stop sharing the screen for 1 second. Okay, here's my thing. Disney has enough IP, enough brands that they can come up with if they wanted, if they're so bent on doing IP in their parks and building lands based on a movie thing, they've got plenty they can do. Exactly. Villains are pointless without the heroes. That's right, Tina. I definitely agree. But back to you know, what I was saying, they've got, if they want to fill in that last section that had the villains, they've got enough IP. They can do something back there. Or even come up with something that's not IP, maybe for once, you know. But I agree. I think the New Orleans thing makes sense, a lot of sense to me. I'm not opposed to that, because Tiana's Bayou adventure, without any other changes, it's going to look really weird over there. And then the Encanto and the Coco section, definitely makes sense, considering Big Thunder Mountain's then going to stick out, back there, without some kind of larger land, footprint or themed area. And Magic Kingdom's due for an actual expansion. Retheming Tiana's. All right, Jennifer, have a great day. That is a good question, Tina. But that just seems to be the way that Disney's going. Having things based off their movies. But there's enough. Disney has enough, in their up their sleeve. In their Disney has enough on the books, we'll say, that they can still put a kind of an semi expanded fantasy land. And here's the thing too, Coco and Encanto areas should technically be another Fantasyland expansion. So really they should look at doing, and that is true, Tina, doing a land that is just a generic, I think what they should do is not do Coco and Encanto, but still do kind of that Southwestern, Wild West theme. Just move it back, or have a new Frontierland. Have a new Frontierland, and just have the New Orleans, and do something in the back there. Have a brand new attraction, with the retheming of Splash Mountain. I have said it on this channel that I would have loved to see a kind of a Mickey and Friends, and this still technically would really should go in Fantasyland, but some kind of a ride with Mickey and Friends where they're off on some kind of an adventure. Would have that kind of a storyline would have fit perfectly with the Splash Mountain, that we've had instead of the Bayou thing. But anyway, it's an interesting discussion, and nothing is announced. Nothing is. There's a whole lot of discussion that you could do on this, and we'll just have to wait and see what Disney ends up doing, what they end up doing. I don't know that they can do a lot financially. They seem like they've kind of spent themselves into a corner with some of the things that they've done as a company. Anyway, that's it's I don't know. We'll just have to stay tuned to Disney, see what they come up with. But I do think that Magic Kingdom is due to have an expansion of some sort. Not just retheming rides, not just adding one single ride. Tron looks like a fun attraction, but it is only one attraction. And it does not count as an expansion in my view. It's an addition. It's not an attraction. It's not an expansion. And yes, I completely agree, Tina. They already have a Coco presence in the Mexico Pavilion at Epcot. They've got that front part that you've got Coco and the Land of the Dead, or whatever it is, Day of the Dead, kind of a display thing as you go in. And then you still got the Three Caballeros on the boat ride, which is fun, but it's been there for several years, many years, and it's time to just do Coco. That's where Coco should go. And then to kind of follow up on that, so Magic Kingdom, that part back there, I definitely think some kind of expansion. The Wild West should move back there, maybe like a new Frontierland or something like that. I don't know. Magic Kingdom also, the space where the Stitch ride or attraction used to be there. They need to put something there. And the only other possible area, and this wouldn't be an expansion really, it would be a change. And it's going to be a little controversial, I realize, to anyone watching, but retheming or putting something in the place of where the Swiss Robinson Treehouse is. I could see that having zoning in on that as a possible retheming. I can't say that I'm necessarily for that, because that area, how it is, really adds to Adventureland, the feel of Adventureland. But anyway, I can definitely see that in the future being an area that is under fire. I definitely do see that. So that's kind of where I am thinking about Magic Kingdom. Back to Epcot, I definitely do agree that Coco needs to go into Mexico. That needs to be in Mexico. I think Disney needs to revisit Mary Poppins for the UK pavilion. They do need to just revisit that and kind of resurrect that concept. And I think even looking seriously at adding a new country. I don't know how that would work with the current, how things are in the world right now or have been the last several years. I kind of think there's some political issues going on, maybe with China, which is why that film, the film in China, was supposed to be updated, and it is not still. That was advertised in the whole Epcot experience, days, and we still don't have an update there. So they need to update that film. And then I think, it's high time that Epcot adds a country. I'm not sure what that would be. I'm not sure where. Um, you know, but I can definitely see that. Spaceship Earth needs something done to it. Needs to be updated. Kind of an update, revamp, whatever. To sort of keep it fresh. The Imagination ride needs to be updated. Needs to be revitalized. I know, Tina, we were talking about that last night. Figment, it's a cute ride, how it is. It's fun. It's air conditioning when you're there in the summer. It's but it's not, a lot of people I've really overwhelmingly heard people say, "Oh, we don't really go to Figment. We usually we try to go, to wherever they're going. We don't really, we always go past that." And which is sad because Figment is Epcot's mascot, and he's such a fun character. They can do so much more with Figment besides just putting him on all the festival merch, which is fun to see Epcot used on all the merch, but still it's the merch. They did announce that there's a Figment meet and greet coming sometime this year, and I'm kind of wondering if they will announce something for the Imagination when they bring out the meet and greet. I'm just kind of wondering. But I do think it's time. It's time. It's been there for 20 years? At least 20 years. Like it is. So those are some areas at Epcot that could use some attention. Hollywood Studios, it has been a couple years. I don't know how much room they actually have at Hollywood Studios. I know there were some rumors going around what the the roller coaster by Tower of Terror. There was some talk that could be having a retheme. I think they could definitely look at that. What's the name of that thing? Not Rippin'. Is it Rockin' Roller Coaster? The Rockin' Coaster with Aerosmith? That one. You know what I'm talking about. It's got the big guitar on the outside. But anyway, that a retheme of that is definitely could be in the works. If they have the room, I would really like to see Galaxy's Edge expanded with another ride. It is Rock and Roller Coaster. Okay. What was I saying? So I think Galaxy's Edge could easily be expanded. Um, I don't know. I don't know if they even have the room to really do that. But they were going to have 3 attractions in Galaxy's Edge originally, and that kind of got scrapped. But hey, Amy, welcome in. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Drumsticks After Dark. Kind of going over some possible expansions in the Disney parks. We're talking about Magic Kingdom, Epcot. We're on Hollywood Studios. I don't know that there's a lot of expansion room at Hollywood Studios, but I'd like to see some expansion happen to Galaxy's Edge if they can work it out. They are updating Star Tours. Star Tours adding some locations that we've not seen before to the ride. I'm not sure when that's happening, but that has been announced in the last week or so, a couple of weeks. So that's fun. But yeah, I think it is time for something new to happen in Hollywood Studios, maybe in the next couple of years. Although, I think Magic Kingdom's probably due to have something next happen to it. And then Animal Kingdom. Let's wrap up with Animal Kingdom. So Animal Kingdom was the other section, the other park that was mentioned at D23, and specifically Dinoland, which does need to be that is true, Amy. The old Pixar place, the launch bay. That is very true. That is very true. Those are some good spots that they can Mermaid. That's right, Tina. The Mermaid show. I liked that show. That was a good show, actually. And it's free. It's AC. It's a show. It's AC. You get out of the air. Like seriously. Anyway, I'm wondering if they'll do. I'm wondering if they will. I know that they updated like the Frozen sing along from what it was before that, which was, I think that was just the American Idol thing. But the Little Mermaid, I could see that getting and becoming an Encanto thing. I don't know about you guys. I could easily see them doing something with Encanto in there, or doing a new version of the Little Mermaid show. But or something else. But I could easily, I wouldn't be shocked. I seriously would not be shocked if they did something with Encanto in the Little Mermaid show. If they didn't just I don't know, they would knock down that whole building though, because it's connected to the One Man's Dream. If I remember the map right, it's connected to where the One Man's Dream is, like right there. So they probably have to do some kind of a show in there. But I could see them either bringing back the Little Mermaid as an kind of an updated thing, maybe even tying it into the new version. Yeah, the Hyperion Theater. And actually, I need to go in and see that show. When I get to Hollywood Studios next, I need to go in and see that Frozen show. But Yeah, and then the launch bay, like Amy said a minute ago, the launch bay is, I know they do some meet and greets. I hope they don't close that either, Tina. I don't. Here's an idea that just popped in my head. I think they could move the One Man's Dream over to Disney Springs. I'm not, the thing that I hesitate with actually voicing that is that the next thought that comes in my brain is that they might actually charge admission if that did happen, and that's totally out of the depths of my brain that I'm speaking. But I don't know, and I hope it is. There's just such a good exhibit. When I get there next, I'm gonna try to get a video of it, just because I know that I know that the streams don't hold up in there, so I would definitely need to try to take a video of that, and then I'll also go see the film at the end. But anyway, yeah, those are some possible sections, and Disney does need to look at Hollywood Studios. But before that, they do need to address Animal Kingdom and Dinoland USA. Because the thing that they announced for Dinoland is a retheme with Moana and Zootopia. I think they're going to try to do both those brands, and I don't know that, and I know they're doing a Moana thing at Epcot, but I think they should do one or the other, and I seriously feel like Moana, I feel like just Moana would be more appropriate, and I think they should make it kind of a Pacific Island, or what's the other, Oceania type of a theme. And I think that instead of Zootopia going in there, I think they should look at doing Lilo and Stitch, because seriously, that would go so much better with that theme. And then you've got Pacific, you've got Africa, you've got Asia, along with Pandora. But it would be an actual section of theming. It could be tropical. You've got Nemo over there, the Nemo show over there, that kind of goes in with that, the Pacific Ocean theme. It would work, definitely work. And you would have Moana on an island. You've got Lilo and Stitch on Hawaii. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, Joe Rody didn't like that, but yeah, and it'd be fun to see. It would definitely. I think it'd be fun to see Zootopia go in somewhere. But I mean, seriously, that could go in that section at Magic Kingdom. Maybe a big, huge maybe. if they want to put something and they want a Zootopia section, do that at Magic Kingdom. I don't think that would, and that's one of these other things. I'm just talking. I don't think it would 100% work, but that would be something to, look at, is having little Zootopia back there in the back if they're doing their Coco and Encanto, like Braden's video said. Um, but that's true, Tina. Although, as much as that pains me, I kind of think that Zootopia, if they tackle doing anything with Zootopia in Walt Disney World, because they are putting a Zootopia land in, is it Tokyo or Paris? I think it's Tokyo. That's getting, or Shanghai. It's getting a Zootopia section. So I don't know how much they would actually do with Zootopia. Come to think of it, I don't know how much Zootopia they should actually do in Walt Disney World. That's the other thing too, is that the Disney parks around the world, they put things in, even though they're, you know, I kind of lost my train of thought. I know that they try to keep some exclusivity. To like what's in the parks, although they copied Tron for Walt Disney World. Then they copied Mickey and Minnie's, although there is a difference, but some difference with the theming on the theater. But it's basically a copy. They have started copying a couple of things, but anyway, there's just Disney needs to really look at expanding things. Yeah, that is true, Tina, and it's just a lot to think through. Um, and I hate to say it, but a lot of the IP theming could just be a new Disney thing. And I'm not saying it's a good thing, but having IP areas, could just be a new thing for Disney. Which is why if they do a Coco and Encanto land at Magic Kingdom, they should not call it Coco and Encanto. Give it another name and, have an attraction back there. Have attractions that are themed for the movies, and just have the general whatever theme they're doing. And the same would go at Animal Kingdom, or should happen at Animal Kingdom, where it's, Pacific Island kind of a thing. And then they have the Moana. That would work. Even if they do, Lilo and Stitch section of that, just still keep with that same idea. But it's just a lot to think about. It's a lot to it's frustrating, but it's also fun to dream and kind of think about what should go here, what they should do, what they shouldn't do, what we hope they're going to do. It really it's just going to be interesting to see what Disney actually does. That's true, Tina. It's the same track, and I'm not sure. I think if they do end up not doing Zootopia, they would have to do a whole new ride. Um, because I couldn't see a Moana. Um, well, I have to disagree with that, Tina. The Lilo and Stitch happens in Hawaii, in Hawaii, so it fits with the whole Pacific Island. And Moana is kind of an island thing, an ocean thing. But having the island theming, Polynesian, style themed area where it's like the Pacific, it's the same. It's kind of the same theming, and you know, you could make Lilo and Stitch work on that same thing. And I do agree, Amy, but they've already kind of teased that Moana would have an area Animal Kingdom. So if Moana did go at Animal Kingdom, like I said, I don't think Moana should be the name of the section. It should be the Pacific, whatever they name it. It should be the area of the world like they have in the other sections where they've got the Lion King show in Harambe, but it's not the Lion King section. And you've got the safari, but it's not the Lion King. Looking at the Pride Land, the or not looking for Simba or anything like that. It's the actual part of the world. But yeah, I think they are putting Moana into Epcot already. So it wouldn't make sense, but it would make sense if they keep it the theming. This is me just my thoughts on it, that it should be the area of the world, and then they just have an attraction that's Moana themed. So then it's not actually a Moana area, although it would be Moana, if that makes sense. It's getting late. It's almost midnight. Anyway, I should probably wrap it up. This is a huge discussion. It's all, there are some things that are just glaringly need to happen. The Magic Kingdom needs some kind of expansion. Animal Kingdom's Dinoland does need a retheme. Those are like the top two things. And this will pop back up, I'm sure, if something is actually announced and decided by Disney. It'll pop back up, and we'll talk about it. We will definitely talk about it, but it's a great discussion to dream and grind the gears or whatever you do. Talk things out. So anyway, I am going to go ahead and wrap up the stream. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Everyone watching live or on the replay. If you're watching on the replay, let me know in the comments that you were here. Make sure to check out my electrical water pageant stream that I did this past week. I put that up, and I will be back. That is true. That is true, Tina. That is true. That is true. That is very true. Very true. But anyway, I will be back next Sunday for more Drumsticks After Dark. Not sure what I'll talk about. I think we will play games next week. I've got a list of Disney trivia questions that I would continue the list from my birthday stream. And so we'll do some of that. I may reach out to have a special guest on. Who knows? But so anyway, next week, I'm also going to possibly in the near future, we'll be changing the stream time to 10 o'clock. But eventually it will definitely be at 10 o'clock. But enough of that. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you for watching. Take care. Next Sunday, as I said, Drumsticks After Dark again. Thursday, Once Upon a Turkey Leg. Fun stories. And that's it. Take care, everyone. Have a gobble-tastic night, a gobble-tastic week, and all I've got left to say is remember, you are the magic.